Hello. You see the umbrella? It's not actually raining, but I am getting soaked from all the water on the leaves. So when I brush up against leaves or the wind blows a little and the water comes tumbling down, I'm getting soaked. And you know what's really cool? Watch this. So, okay, you see this tree right here? This isn't actually the best example, but sometimes I'm brushing against a ton of brush that's like hanging over the trail, right? Watch what I do. Woo! You ain't touching me. Ain't that clever? Yeah, I love this umbrella. So many reasons why I love this umbrella. So right now, the only thing soaking wet are my socks and shoes, which were last night. So putting on soaking wet socks and soaking wet shoes first thing in the morning is truly painful. But you know what? If I put on a pair of dry socks, they're soaked within 30 seconds. And you know what? Within that same 30 seconds of putting on soaking wet socks, I don't know the difference anymore. I've totally made peace with it. So I don't care. It's all good. It just hurts when you're doing it. And honestly, it rained so bad. Okay, so about 8 o'clock last night, it poured. The skies just opened up. And when I say it poured, it poured. I don't know where all this rain comes from. It poured and poured and poured and poured for hours. But I was snug as a bug in a shelter, happy as could be. I'm very, very grateful. So that was good. And the deer last night, oh my gosh, just seeing that juvenile out there prancing in the pouring rain, I could just picture my granddaughter stomping in puddles. And, then the mom comes over okay, enough of that. We got to go inside now. Yeah, it's just, oh my God, it's like I keep saying, only because I was right here, right now, in this moment, at this time, that I got to see that. And it's just so amazing. You know what? I don't care. Soaking wet socks and shoes. I'm still just having the time of my life, the experience of my life. I can't get into it now, but the freedom. I am living like I was born in the 1700s. I have to, all but washing my clothes in a lake because I do get to town. I do have a little civilization. I get brought back to the 20th century every once in a while. In the 21st century? God, I don't know. Who cares? But honestly, I put up a shelter, I tear down a shelter, I dig a cattle, I throw a bear back. It's a bear line. It's just, I'm living Maslow's hierarchy of needs on that first rung. And the companionship, thank goodness, is there. So I do get to take a jump up to the second rung every once in a while with companionship, which is great. But anyway, it's just, there's a freedom in it that I just don't have at home. And if we were doing all these things at home, we wouldn't have filled our time with all the stupid things that we filled our time. Not going there, not the conversation. But anyway, one thing that I can tell you, and I may have mentioned it a time or two, incontrovertible fact, the wild does not embrace technology. I have tried this video 4 times. And for some reason, if I ramble on, I have 5 things I wanted to share with you, right? And if I ramble on through those 5 things, I turn my phone back around, it's shut off a long time ago. It's almost like my phone's going, nobody cares, Karen. Just stop talking. But there's things that I really want to say because some of them are corrections. I would never want to lie to you. And I am being told there are no moose in this area. Really? Because I swear I heard a moose call. Nope, there's no way. No way. I've heard it from numerous people. There are no moose in this area. Okay. They said unless there's a very lost moose out there. So what was it? If anybody knows, I would love to know. I did Google a few different things. I did Google, what animal or bird sounds like a moose, Nothing really conclusive came up because I swear that's what I heard. But what do I know? Okay, so correction number 1. Also, correction number 2. I mentioned last night that I have been playing pitch with by these particular rules for 25 years. No, when I thought about it, it's more like 40. 40 years. Yes, I'm old enough to say that I've been doing something for 40 years. And probably longer. So anyway, 40 years playing pitch a certain way and then some young whippersnappers come through and tell me I'm doing it wrong. Okay, well, I'm open-minded. So, what else? today. All right, so last night, just in case you're keeping track, I landed at mile 644.5. And it was like something field shelter. I'm terrible at names. Okay. And today I am heading to the Bailey shelter, which is around 16 and a half miles from where I left. But if the storm does happen to roll through, which is right now, I told you it doesn't look likely, I do have a bailout at 12 and a half miles. Hoping for the 16 though. There's even a shelter that's a little further on. It would be a super stretch. It's like 25 miles out. And at first I was like, there ain't no way. And I'm still saying there ain't no way. The reason it could be a way is because the elevation until that first 12 and a half mile shelter is slight. It's almost a ridge walk. I mean, it is a ridge walk. Then I add about 1,300 feet of elevation in a short period of time. And then I would add like 700 more if I tried to make it to that shelter, plus the hours of walking. So, you know what? I, as far as I am concerned right now, I'm shooting for the Bailey, the 16 and a half. If the universe just all comes together and I get to the Bailey super early, we'll see. But then, you know what does cross my mind? Remember how I've been talking about there's like a neural bubble behind me and a neural bubble in front of me. What if I pace myself right into the neural bubble in front of me? So like part of me is going, just, hey, hang back, be happy with where you are, right? And I said, if I do push, I don't know if I'll be walking into the neural bubble. I'll have no idea. The thing with neural is, as nasty as it is, you don't know you have it for a couple of days. Like it does this little incubation thing. And then the next thing you know, your entire world is upended in ways that, just Google it, I'm not going to talk about. And then God knows who you've infected. So I just can't. So it does make me so nervous. But wash your hands. So I said, well, if I do this, I am just going to be the hand washing queen of the shelter. So, yeah. But anyway, so didn't tell you. You know, I've been complaining about the weight of my pack. Yeah, I don't know how to learn. So my husband sends me all this great food at my request. It's my own fault. And all these toiletries, which I needed. So good. If you're unfamiliar, is a grocery store. So I went in there, got some peanut butter and pita bread and a family size package of, I gotta do a little limbo here. Another one coming. A family size package of golden double stuff Oreo cream cookies. Oh my gosh. I am utterly ashamed at how much I'm enjoying those Little Miss organic and all natural over here. But they are so... I'm going to just check if this is still running because I somehow I have this feeling it isn't. No, it still is. Look at that. Okay, so that goes back to my childhood. I remember, and now again, I'm going to try and get this right. 50 years ago, okay, when I was a little brownie selling Girl Scout cookies, they used to sell, and I don't know if they still do, a package of vanilla and chocolate cream cookies. And I'd get a package of those and eat all the vanilla, like, right away, because they were always my favorite. So these stinking vanilla cream cookies from Oreo are just throwing me right back there. And I ate 12 of them yesterday. 12 cookies in one day. When have I ever done that before? Maybe when I was a little brownie at 9 years old. I don't even know if that's the right age for a brownie, but whatever. It's been a long time since I've shoveled 12 cookies down my gullet in one day. I think I had 4 just at breakfast time. Anyway, I got 8 in my pouch today for snacks. When I'm burning this many calories, I burn the calories. It's the nutritional value that we need to question here. But anyway, okay, so I'm not going to ramble too much more because I just don't know when this phone is going to have had enough. But you know how it works. I'll be in touch again. Bye. And this might be why I have oddly strong cell service right now. Mixed, right? I want my technology. Now that I know what it is, I want it. But, does it kill me that these have to be on top of mountains? Oh, well. I'll survive. So I'm thinking I want to put my umbrella away, but it made me think that I did have a question, actually a couple of questions. How do I, like, see, you can see my phone and this is in my, oh, do you see them? Oh, good morning. Oh, I was going to show you this in a minute, but okay, I hope you saw that. My birds of prey and maybe eagles. Oh, so beautiful. Okay, they asked about the hands-freeness. So I can't, and then there's something else. So I don't know if you can see this. See this little doohickey? How the umbrella pole sticks right in there? And then there's this second point of contact. Now, if it was windy, I would also take this. Oh, look, I did it anyway. That's habit. You see, see? I take the little string and then I buckle it here or on my strap here. And that way it doesn't go anywhere, right? Because like, the wind goes, wah, like so. But anyway, also, I remember telling you that one of the things I hadn't sorted out yet was when I want to put this away, I have to stop, right? And finally, somebody showed me. Juice, remember Juice? He was the one that did the REI, former REI employee who did a pack fit for me, and it's been golden ever since. And then Smiles, his friend. It was actually Smiles' idea. I don't think I can show it to you without somebody taking the video because I need both hands to put it away. But they have showed me a way to put away my umbrella without even stopping walking. And here I am stopping because I want to put it away, but I don't want to walk past this because it looks like it might be beautiful. I don't know, it might not be. Okay, this little gadget here was Gossamer Gear brand. It was like $7 and I got it on Garage Grown Gear. Love that site. It's it represents all little cottage industries, little cottage businesses. So I love it. And of course my umbrella is Gossamer Gear. Also love this umbrella. Okay, I'm gonna hang up now, see what there is to show you because, oh my gosh, it's just getting more beautiful by the second. And when I have a helper, a photo assistant, I will show you how I can put this away without even stopping. Okay, bye. And just right around the corner, my Southbounder friends. Woo woo! So just clarification on my Southbounder friends, as I called them. So of course that's Frito and Rebel J. They were the ones, or part of the group that I slack packed with the one time that I did it. I knew they'd be slack packing today, so I knew as a result they'd be traveling southbound. And I said, just a matter of time, I'm gonna bump into them. And so when I saw them, that's why I called them Southbounders. But they are actually headed northbound. It's just, as you learned, whenever we slack pack, we travel southbound for the slack pack and then continue on northbound from there. Anyway, just wanted to make that clarification because you know me. I never want to deceive you, mislead you, or lie to you. Oh my gosh, look at, before I hang up, there it is. Oh yeah, that storm went off in a different direction. And you know, if it went in your direction, I'm sorry. But I have to say, I am so thankful it's not in my direction. All right, this is just, I thought it was going to be nothing but thunderstorms and I would be miserable today. I'm not. Well, at least not yet. But I am still hemming and hawing over which shelter to go to. And every time I say, Karen, you got all day. You don't have to make a decision until you get to Bailey, which is hours away. I can't help but think about it because you know what? I got nothing else to think about. I got to find something to think about. And there's a new hostel. Came on the scene March 2025. Thought I was going to go to Four Pines, but I think I'm going to check that one out, which just is 10 miles further, which means I just got to be a little more conservative with my battery life. And that means no music. Probably no music. Oh, and here comes Princess Slacker.
What's up?
There she is, Princess Slacker, slack packing southbound.
How's it going?
Woo! Okay, very well. Okay, let me close you down. So you can see how things change around here. The storm came through. Actually, I made it to the shelter like within minutes, 3 minutes of the sky just letting go. And I know what you're thinking. Well, lucky you, Karen, but let me tell you about earlier today. You can see before, okay, the backlight's not good, but you could, that's my rain jacket, and this is all my wet things that aren't gonna dry because there's so much moisture in the air that, and there's my sneakers hanging from carabiners. There's so much moisture in the air that they will be just as wet tomorrow. But you know what? One can only hope and try, right? So anyway, yeah, so the rain stopped finally. It was about an hour of that thunder, lightning, and I'm higher up on the mountain. So the thunder is just like boom, like it's so powerful. Very cool. But let me tell you about earlier today. You know, like the sun was out and I'm like, I think the storm went somewhere new. Yeah, well, it was a formidable foe, that storm, and it found us. Around 11, I started to hear thunder off in the distance. And I thought to myself, well, maybe it's just a storm out that way. You can stay out that way. Don't come here. At 11:30, I started to climb a, you know what I'm going to do? It's a beautiful view out there, but I'm going to tell the story. I'm going to try flipping this. I don't know how well it'll work, but we can try it. So that didn't really work. When I flipped the phone over, I was upside down, and when I tried to edit it, something went wrong. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Where did I live off? So 11:30, so 11 I heard thunder, 11:30 I started a very steep climb. That took about 30 minutes, which then put me on top of the mountain. At noontime, the storm rolled in. It seemingly, I mean, I heard the thunder, I know, but the clouds and everything, it just seemed to come out of nowhere. And the thunder, I mean, I was, you know, you think you hear the thunder when you're at home and you're listening to thunder. I was on top of a mountain. I think I was in it. Like, I think I was in the cloud that was causing all the thunder. It was so loud. And the lightning. Okay, there was lightning blasting all over the place. And I'm sitting here with my metal hiking pole thinking, this can't be good. Like I'm some kind of human conductor. And my umbrella, I was absolutely convinced that center pole with the handle was plastic. But during the storm, I wasn't convinced. I wasn't sure at all anymore. And I was like, this is probably metal too. And oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So I was just hauling tail to get off that mountain. Or at least, yes, I wanted to get below tree line, right? Well, I was below tree line. Okay. I was just high on the mountain. I wanted to get way lower elevation. That's what I wanted. So I was running. I thought I was much closer to that first shelter than I was. So I'm really hauling tail. Like, I can do this. I want to get to the shelter and just, get out of the storm. But then I passed a sign that said it was still 2.5 miles away. I'm like, oh my gosh, I am not getting out of the storm anytime soon. So I ended up finding like these pine trees that the way their branches, they formed like a little hideaway, like something I might have played in when I was little. So I crawled in there. Now it didn't block the rain. I still had to hold my umbrella up and hope to that it wouldn't, the lightning wouldn't get it. I had better shot at not getting struck inside those pine trees, I figured. So Anyway, finally the storm passed and I continued on and got to the shelter. At this point, I was absolutely freezing to death. I was sure I was going to be hypothermic, but the sun came out and suddenly all of my clothes were drying. The only thing that never got dry, oh, someone just, it's TK. He just joined us.
How's it going?
Well, so TK was at the shelter last night. So anyway, I was freezing, so I put on my rain jacket, I ate, I drank, I got water, whatever. And then I decided to move on. But I gotta say, so it was only 4 miles. That 4 miles was, should have been quick and easy. The last mile was like, okay, even the kid is saying it was brutal. It was oh, that's awful. Freaking straight up. Like, remember a few nights ago when I said I had that, what did I call it? A tree tempo? It was the same thing. I kept stopping and breathing hard and like, oh my gosh. And then water. The water source was 2/10 before the shelter. Straight down and then straight back up and then straight up again. Oh my gosh, it was crazy town. But anyway, I got here and within minutes of that second storm just opening up, and I was so relieved because I was already damp. My shoes are soaked, but everything would have gotten soaked again because it did start raining. I had my umbrella, but at least it was not bad. Okay. First thing I did, sweep the place up. Then all I'm thinking about is neuro. Well, how do you avoid neuro? Wash your hands. I've probably already washed my hands 3 times because you know what? Like the woman at the Quarterway Inn said, just think everything has poop on it. And if you think everything has poop on it, you will wash your hands constantly. So yeah. So I'm really excited. I think, I don't know. I think we're going to have storms again throughout the night. I have my bed going the wrong way. I didn't know if I'd be the only one here. Obviously, the kid, TK, just got here. There could be others. I'm absolutely sure of it. It's like almost 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock. And people who got slowed down by the storm could be still showing up soon. Anyway, I think that's it for now. I'm going to make some dinner.